Hey guys, Professor O'Kane here. You turn on the video, you try and get where the person's putting their finger. It's an hour and a half long video. You move it back a little bit, you're back too far, you move it forward, you pass the video, you try and figure out something, you get a couple notes down and you do the whole thing over, and then finally you have a mad freak out like I just did. I can't tell you how frustrating it is to constantly be taking my hand off the guitar, reaching for the mouse, going back to the guitar, reaching for the mouse, overshooting where I was going, and it's just, you know, hell on earth, right? And it becomes very difficult to learn that way. Well, finally, somebody has taken the reins and produced a product that's going to change your life if you're going through this. So here it is, guys, big drum roll. It's the Vidami YouTube Looper Pedal. Now, this thing is way more photogenic than I am, so it looks good about right here. And you know what? You see this bit of dust and dirt here? That's from my shoe. It's because I always use this thing. And this is the, this is the USB wire that simply plugs into the back of your computer. Bim bam boom. Now you might think, oh wow, he has this Vidami YouTube Looper pedal. This is just another one of the many gimmicks. No. Stop right there. This is going to save you so much time. The great part is you're going to be able to see whomever you're trying to learn from, and you're also going to not have to let go of the guitar each time you do it. I mean, simply it is just pressing play and pause or back or loop. It's super easy to use. You have play and pause, which is pretty much self-explanatory. You have back, you have forward, you have the speed, which there are 4 different speeds that you can choose from, and you have setting the loops, which I'm going to show you how all of this is done just in a wee moment. I mean, seriously, folks, I wish I had had one of these when I was in music school. There is an extension that you need to download and install into your Chrome or Safari browser, but come on, that's way easier than transcribing. Okay, let me demo how to use this pedal because it's really super simple. First thing you have is the play pause button, and we're going to be using Alan Holdsworth, which is like the most impossible to figure out guitarist that has ever walked this planet. So check this out. I mean, it's pretty simple. Start, stop. Now you can see why he's just an absolute beast, but that's beside the point. So what we're going to do is we're going to start back at the beginning again. Now, this back button cues back 5 seconds. If you hold down the back button, it goes all the way to the beginning of the video, which we are not going to do. Not just yet, at least. We're going to just pop it back 5 seconds and another 5 seconds so we can have our minds blown, and boom. Okay, now before you think like, okay, great, so it cues back, big deal. Well, we're cueing back so we can get something done. So I'm going to cue back again, and I think I went a little bit too far, but no bother. So when I'm playing, I'm going to use this speed button, and I'm going to slow this thing down. Okay? Sorry about that finger there. I'm going to slow this down. So if Alan is killing us, we just take Alan down to 75%, or how about 50? How about 20%? Now what happens after 20%? Well, after it cycles all the way down to 20%, it goes back to 100. So watch this. Boom. Now we're really far ahead, so I'm going to cue back. Just keeping an eye on the video, and maybe one more time. Yeah, right there. So this time I'm going to make a loop. Okay, so the loop button is here, and you're just going to put an entry point and then an exit point. So boom, in, Okay, that was a long loop. So I don't like what I just did there. So how do I undo it? I just hit loop again. You're going to see loop is clear. I'm going to cue back. I'm going to start again. I'm going to start it here. There. So that was the end of the phrase. And now every time I start it, it's going to start at the beginning of the loop. See, and then it just starts back at the beginning. Okay, if I want to clear the loop, whether it is playing, whether the video is playing or not, I can just click the loop button again. Boom, loop clear. Okay, but I'm going to go back and make that loop again. Right here. Now I'm going to slow it down. Maybe down to 50%. Now let's say I can't figure that out again, but I want to stay at 50. All I do is hit back. I'm going to go down to 35. How about 20? So you can see that you're, ooh, this is getting away from me. There we go. Come back, Vidami, come back. Okay, so that's probably all you need to see me do with this video and the pedal. Now, aside from being super chuffed about this pedal, there is a function that I really didn't use that much, and that was the forward cue function. I just don't forward cue that much, and it cues forward in the same 5-second increments that the backward cue works. So it's that simple. Another thing that I didn't do was I didn't hold down the play pause button to clear all the functions. I just don't find myself using that much, and that's grand. I mean, you can do it if you'd like. I just don't do it. So as a reviewer, I would also like to add a small wish list for the Vidami company. One of the options that I'm really missing is an increment between 75% and full speed. I really think that it would help the learner to work up to 100%, because there is a pretty dramatic difference in between 75% and 100%. You might listen to it and not think so, but when you're trying to play something that's really technically challenging, you're definitely going to feel it, and you're going to wish that there was that one increment in between. Another thing that would be really helpful is the cue backwards and forwards, to be able to cue backwards in smaller increments when you have a loop enabled. Instead of just going directly to the beginning of the loop, I wish that there was a way to cue backwards just incrementally, maybe in 1 second intervals backwards, so you didn't have to start from the beginning of your loop each time. Those are small wishes, and hopefully the wishes will be fulfilled. Wink, wink. Now, even if these wishes aren't fulfilled, it certainly does not stop you from getting miles and miles of usage out of this pedal. I don't know if you can even measure it in miles. Maybe you have to measure it in light years, because just the time saving element, the ability to not take your hands off the guitar and to keep that learning flow going is so dramatically wicked to ram. Especially if you're an experienced transcriber and you are sick and tired of taking your hands off the guitar and touching the mouse. So, there you have it. As I always say, I hope you enjoyed this, and please, if you like this, subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, ding, 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 wherever, and you'll be able to hear whenever you'll be notified whenever there's a new video coming out. And aside from that, Vidami, guys at Vidami, Amy and company, thanks a million. I really appreciated the opportunity to do this. And guys, get yourself one of these pedals. There's going to be a code down below. You're going to be able to get this pedal for 10% off. It's going to be worth every cent that you spend on this. I'm telling you guys, you are really going to love it. All right, till next time, thanks for coming along on this journey with me, and I almost messed that up.